Well, it's been revealed Malcolm Turnbull became involved in a heated showdown with the Attorney-General over an 11th-hour bid to save his leadership by pressuring the Governor-General not to commission Peter Dutton as Prime Minister. We have some developing news for you now. Malcolm Turnbull has just responded to those suggestions. I'm joined live by political reporter James O'Doherty, who's got some more on that. James, good afternoon. What's Mr Turnbull said?
Stacey, Malcolm Turnbull breaking his silence on this story, first published by Paul Kelly in The Australian, taking to Twitter, his favourite mode of communication these days, to reject the assertions by Christian Porter. Here is what Malcolm Turnbull has had to say in the last couple of minutes, Stacey. Malcolm Turnbull says the discretion to swear in a person as PM is vested in the Governor-General. The proposition advanced by Mr Porter that it is none of the Governor-General's business whether the would-be PM is constitutionally eligible is nonsense. The Governor-General is not a constitutional cipher. During the week of 24 August 2018, there was advice from leading constitutional lawyers, Brett Walker, that Dutton was ineligible to sit in the Parliament and thus ineligible to be a minister, let alone Prime Minister. I ensured we sought the advice of the Solicitor-General. He goes on to say the Solicitor-General's advice was delivered on the morning of Friday 24th July and duly published. His advice was that the better view was that Dutton was eligible, but it was impossible to state that position with certainty, and there was some risk the High Court would rule he was ineligible. I took the responsible course of action, Malcolm Turnbull says, obtained the necessary advice, published it, and the party room was informed when it made its decision to elect Mr Morrison rather than Mr Dutton as leader. Stacey, this all goes to the tricky constitutional question of whether the Governor-General would swear in Mr Dutton as Prime Minister if he took over the leadership of the Liberal Party, with some constitutional questions about Mr Dutton's eligibility to sit in Parliament under Section 44 of the Constitution due to holdings of a childcare centre receiving subsidies from the government via payments made to individuals. Now, the report is that Malcolm Turnbull pressured the Governor-General into doing this. Malcolm Turnbull now rejecting any assertions that doing so was wrong. Malcolm Turnbull saying that he presented his advice that the Governor-General would have reservations about swearing in Mr Dutton to the party room. This comes after Peter Dutton said this whole issue, the potential constitutional question, was designed to damage him ahead of that crucial leadership vote. Mr Dutton saying that Mr Turnbull was successful in damaging his chances to be the leader of the Liberal Party, Stacey.
OK, James, thanks for that. Appreciate the update.